This video will be a full tour and documentation of this 2020 Toyota 4Runner SR5 Premium.
This 4Runner is painted in super white.
It does have smart key access to the front doors. The front door panels do have storage areas with bottle holders, and you get power windows, power door locks, and power mirrors.
The SR5 Premium trim adds soft-tech seat upholstery, and this one's got the graphite interior color scheme.
Both front seats are fully powered. But now let's go ahead and start the engine. On the key fob, you have the buttons for lock, unlock, and panic. And along with Smart Key, it does have push-button ignition.
So the 4Runner is definitely a very well-loved model from Toyota. To this day, it's still a true body-on-frame SUV. Very reliable, very durable, and very off-road capable. The model made its debut for 1984, and it was basically a Toyota Hilux or Toyota pickup with a removable fiberglass rear cap, of course with an added set of rear seats similar to the Ford Bronco. The next generation was a full-on steel-bodied SUV, and the model has been one ever since. As of the 2022 model year, the 4Runner is in its 5th generation, although it's looking like we may get a new one for 2023, but as of the making of this video, it hasn't been announced just yet. This 2020 we have here represents the 4Runner's 5th and so far current generation, which made its debut for the 2010 model year, with 2022 possibly looking to be its last model year. Although it may appear to at first glance, the 5th generation 4Runner actually does not use the same platform as the current Tacoma pickup. At least as of 2022, the Tacoma was last redesigned for 2016, while the 4Runner, as mentioned before, was last redesigned for 2010. The Tacoma's V6 engine is a 3.5-liter, while the 4Runner's is a 4-liter, and then the Tacoma's automatic transmission is a 6-speed, with the 4Runner's still being a 5-speed. The Gen 5 4Runner uses the same platform as the internationally sold Land Cruiser Prado and the current Lexus GX. Although the 5th generation 4Runner has been updated over the past decade with a number of facelifts adding the latest technology and safety features, under the skin it's been the same vehicle since 2010. It's somewhat dated, still using a trusty old 5-speed automatic and whatnot, but part of that is why I think people love these so much. They're simple, capable, and just plain awesome rigs. Not to mention you get that trademark Toyota reliability as well. At least as of 2022, this generation is still being produced, and a great example of the saying, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So the main trim levels for the 2020 model year US market 4Runner include SR5, SR5 Premium, TRD Off-Road, TRD Off-Road Premium, Limited, and TRD Pro. You then have the Nightshade and Venture Special Edition packages available with the Limited and TRD Off-Road Premium respectively. Only one engine and one transmission are available across the range, which are a 270 horsepower 4-liter V6 and a 5-speed automatic. Your drivetrain options, depending on the trim level, are rear-wheel drive or 4-wheel drive. If you want the most off-road capable 4Runner you can get, you can opt for the TRD Pro model, which further increases ruggedness and capability with things like a massive skid plate and a whole helping of suspension upgrades. The 2020 4Runner is also well equipped in terms of safety, with Toyota Safety Sense coming as standard on even the base model. This suite includes adaptive cruise, pre-collision braking, lane departure alert, and auto high beams. In Toyota's US 2020 body-on-frame SUV lineup, the 4Runner is the smallest, slotted below the Sequoia and Land Cruiser.
So the instrument cluster has 4 analog gauges, which include your tachometer, speedometer, fuel gauge, and temperature gauge. And in the center there is a digital info display, which can be gone through via the buttons on this side of the steering wheel. It has a 4-spoke design, leather-wrapped, multifunctional steering wheel. You have perforated sections on the sides and sport grips at 10 and 2. As for controls, starting on this side, you have your audio controls, along with your hands-free phone controls. Then on this side, you have your information display controls. You have your cruise control stock, and then you've got the buttons for your gap adjust, corresponding to the adaptive cruise control that it comes with. And you've also got your lane departure alert toggle. This is a tilt and telescopic steering wheel. The vehicle's parking brake is foot operated. You have your windshield wiper de-icer, the power outlet switch, basically to toggle power on and off to the power outlet in the back. Your power mirror controls, panel dim and your automatic high beams, air vent. Right here is your exterior lighting stock. And on this side is your wiper stock. Going down the center of the interior, you have a digital clock, air vents, your hazard switch, your touchscreen infotainment system. We'll go over that in more detail in a bit. Your push button ignition. You got all the controls for your single zone climate control, passenger airbag indicator, a little bit of storage, a USB port, power outlet, more storage. You have a cup holder and your 4-wheel drive control switch. Putting it in reverse does reveal a backup camera. Got some storage with a cup holder next to the shifter. The power rear window switch. So the window on the tailgate, you can roll that up and down. And then you have your multi-stage heated front seat controls. Very large center console with some storage, well, a lot of storage, and a power outlet. The glove box is lockable. There are grab handles at all 4 corners, as well as one on the A-pillar. Both sun visors do have vanity mirrors, lights, and extensions. Your auto-dimming rearview mirror. Now, as for the overhead console, you have a sunglass holder, your traction control toggle, your A-track or active traction control button, your downhill assist control, roadside assistance, garage home link, your overhead lighting, and the controls for your power sunroof. It is one-touch auto. And finally, we have the infotainment system. The flickering is just the camera making it look like that. It's not doing that in person. And I think it's pretty cool how this generation of the 4Runner has been around since 2010. Same mechanicals, a lot of the same interior styling. A lot of it's the same, but where it counts, you know, the technology and the safety features, they still keep those aspects up to date. So you still got the adaptive cruise, all that kind of stuff, and then this nice modern infotainment system. So this is the home screen. We'll just go to menu. So you have your volume, power, and tuning knobs, and then C-Track, and then the rest are just shortcuts that'll take you to various places on here. So this is the navigation system. Really cool. Here's your audio screen. Got AM, FM, Sirius XM, and Bluetooth audio streaming. Sound settings. Phone for pairing a phone and whatnot. You have screen projection, info. So eco shows you how economically you've been driving. Even got like, lets you know what traffic is like, if there's been any accidents around the area. Then you got your local weather, vehicle alert, that kind of stuff. And then your whole system setup, all sorts of stuff. But I do quite like this system. But now we'll go ahead and roll down the driver's window and take a look at the engine bay. All 4 windows are fully automatic.
This lifted 4Runner is riding on these custom 20-inch rims from Moto Metal. The 4Runner is powered by Toyota's 1GR FE 4-liter naturally aspirated V6 engine. It's a dual overhead cam 24-valve power plant with dual independent VVTi technology, and it produces 270 horsepower at 5,600 RPM, together with 278 pound-feet of torque at 4,400 RPM. This engine is paired to a 5-speed automatic transmission with a manual mode, and this 4Runner is a 4-wheel drive. Running on regular unleaded with a 23-gallon fuel tank, EPA estimates for the 4Runner are 16 mpg in the city and 19 mpg on the highway. It has a double wishbone front suspension and a solid axle multi-link rear setup. It also has 4-wheel ventilated disc brakes. Base curb weight is 4,400 pounds, and the vehicle can tow up to 5,000 pounds.
As you saw earlier, the fuel cap is on the driver's side. The rear door panels also have bottle holders. So, this thing does have third row seats. So I guess we'll go ahead and check them out. Alright, we're in the third row seats of the 4Runner. So, you do have some storage areas, coat hooks, as you can see. So, as for space, well, as someone who's about 6'1", it is really not that good back here. For one thing, it's quite difficult to get into the third row. My head, I'm having to bend my neck down because I don't have any headroom. And what you can see, you can tell just by looking at them, these are sort of, you know, I don't want to say afterthought, but these third row seats are nice to have in a pinch, especially if there's, you know, kids, which could be just fine back here, and then, you know, it's no problem. Just in terms of, you know, an adult back here, it's not going to be the most spacious. But let's check out this second row. Both front seats do have storage pockets on the backs. Got your rear air vents, along with a couple of USBs. Coat hooks. You also have a folding center armrest with 2 cup holders. Now, space back here, again, I'm about 6'1". It's definitely not too bad. Headroom is really good. They made the ceiling go up, so I have at least an inch of headroom. You can kind of gauge what the legroom is. I believe I put the front seat where I had it if I was driving, but I did have to put it forward to fold the second row back up. And then I put it back a few inches. Single exhaust. The rear wiper is tucked in there. And hold that down, you can roll up and down the tailgate window. Really cool. And I have since folded the third row back down.
Behind the optional third row seats, you get 9 cubic feet of space. You then get 46.3 cubic feet if you fold the third row down. Fold the third and second rows down, and you then get 88.8 cubic feet of cargo space.
That switch up front would have toggled power from. And then you also got a regular 12 volt. Thanks for checking out this tour of this 2020 Toyota 4Runner. And as always, stay on the lookout for future tours.